Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for some more Age of Wonders 4. In the last episode, we tracked down an army that Noctus was trying to send south. I think he was trying to get away from some of my units here, but I managed to catch up with him. We took out another pretty big stack of units and managed to get by without losing anything in that one. So, Noctis's capital, as a refresher, is just down this underground passage. Figured that out in the last episode or two. And we're going to be chasing him down this episode and hopefully laying siege to his capital, maybe even taking him out of the game, depending how much stuff he's got down there. Gotta be fast, though, because I have no idea when purple and yellow are going to start showing up and causing problems, especially purple. I get the sense yellow seems to be on the other side of Noctis somewhere. They've got some cities way down here, so I'm not as worried about yellow right now, but purple could honestly come charging in at me at any time. With that in mind, I did want to mention that I'm going to start building walls in this fortress. I hope that I can get that done in time. That might be a waste of money if purple charges in, but if purple charges, I'm going to have bigger problems anyway. I really have to commit to knocking Noctis out of the game here. I've got a little bit of feedback to go through from you guys. Shouldn't take too long this week, but did want to mention that an Iron pointed out that the Fury Archers seem to be doing so much damage. It's because of their Frost Arrows enchantment. At least in the current iteration, I think they kind of are in the middle of making ongoing changes to archery in this game. But in the current iteration, Frost Arrows are doing 20% more damage to frozen or slowed units. And because of my White Witches and Jormag's Ice Breath and all that kind of stuff, I'm doing a lot of freezing and slowing enemy units. So yeah, these guys are great to use when finishing off a unit that's already been frozen, and that's part of the reason why they've seemed to have been so effective. I am going to probably get some more of them and some more White Witches, but for the moment, I may need to watch it with my gold. I'm working on improving my gold income right now, but don't want to go too overboard. I need to leave some money on hand for some other things. One of those is the Wizard's Tower. I'm going to start building this and move towards getting the prison so that I can actually. Whoops, didn't want to do that. No, we don't need the crypts. We're going to do that, and then we're going to get the prison cells. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and queue all that up now because of the situation with this hero that we were talking about at the end of the last episode. So I had some feedback from you guys going kind of two different directions on this. Chris Lighthawk pointed out that the gold balance might balance out a bit if I execute the hero now. So basically, the reason that... Sorry, I misread that. Let me clarify. The reason that this hero, that I'm considering releasing this hero, is because if I do, I would get this hero's items immediately. Those items would be added to my Dragon Horde, and they would generate gold. I did the math on this with the combination of items. There's like 4 tier 2s. There's actually 5 tier 2s. A tier 1, which I think is these pants, and then the tier 3. When you add all this up, the 5 tier 2s, that's 15 gold at 3 each, so 3 times 5 is 15. These add another 1 gold for 16, and then that rune, I believe, is 6 for a tier 3. So that would be, no, I think it's 5 for a tier 3. I'd have to, actually, you can go up and just highlight your gold income and look at Dragon Horde. Yeah, it's 5 for a tier 3. So if you add all those items up, that's 21 gold per turn that I'm missing out on by keeping this hero alive. But if you actually execute the hero, what Chris pointed out, you can sell their remains and get a lot of that gold back. And it adds up to just about the same amount of time as it's going to take me to build all this stuff. 5 turns, that's 105 gold. That's close enough that I don't want to release that hero. I would just let her sit in my prison. So I'm going to go ahead and let this process kind of work itself through, get those buildings, where execute her when it's done. Roderick did point out that the AI basically get heroes with free items anyway, so whether I send her back or not doesn't really matter, which is a good point. The AI is just going to basically spawn in another hero with more items. They always seem to start with like certain templates of items, I've noticed, so it's not really going to hurt me that much by letting her go, but because the cost works out just about the same in either scenario, I'm going to go ahead and build the prison and just kill her off. That way we can You just don't have. It's just one less thing to think about or worry about. Let's go ahead and start moving this guy down here. He doesn't have anywhere else he needs to go. Also from Roderick, just a reminder about the control targeting details in battle. There was a couple times I've been forgetting to use that and wondering why it's so hard to hit units and stuff like that. Just highlight the unit while you have another unit that can shoot at it selected, and hold down the control key while hovering. You can see all the details there. And then finally from Dark Holy PL, I pointed out that basically I cheated. I cheated on my rules in the last episode, and I didn't even realize it. But yes, I got that Summon Elemental on Bram and used it in the battle in the last episode, and it summoned a Fire Elemental, and I'm not supposed to be using fire damage. So, because that's like thematically against my dragon. I gave myself one exception for the Balor that you get at the end of the Empire development tree for this Rite of Possession thing. I am going to add another exception for me for elementals that are summoned by like hero signature skills, or units that are summoned by hero signature skills. So if I was to get summon an animal, summon a nightmare, for example, then that they do fire damage. I don't really have control over that because it's a randomized aspect of the game. So I'll make an exception for that one. That's just not a scenario that I thought of. The more what I was getting at is there's no intentional building or selection or recruitment of a fire-based unit. A temporary summon that I got due to a random chance, that's okay. I'm not going to be that hard on myself. But that's a good point and a good catch. I'm glad people are watching the rules to try to keep me on the straight and narrow here. Tribunal research is done, and we're just going to jump into gameplay because that's really all the feedback to go through. I will want to be building that fairly soon, but I have much more important things to build first. It's time to select new research, and we have Summon Banshee. I don't really need another summon, although that is a summon that I could technically use, I think. I have to look at how I wrote the rules, but it is an ice unit. It does ice damage exclusively. I'm not really sure. I think I just said limiting myself to frosted snow elementals, so I probably won't mess with the Banshee. I think the other two look more useful anyway. This one is an AoE morale debuff. This one lets you do more damage to units that have morale debuffs, or that have low morale. I think I want Cruel Weaponry. That's a really good unit enchantment, and it pairs well with the Joy Siphoners race transformation, which I may be able to cast someday. Maybe. I'm very low on mana. I'm working on that. But yeah, actually, now that I say being low on mana, I need to probably clear the Wizard Tower prison cells, because I'm already spending mana on that, and I might need it for combat. And maybe at some point. So I'm going to leave a little mana in my inventory. I'm making decent mana, 52 per turn, so mana's not terrible, mostly because I don't have a ton of enchantments up right now. But yeah, new Empire development skill is available. I had a few options. This is the one that I've got my eye on right here. The units regenerate an additional 15 HP per turn in their friendly domain. I don't quite have enough Empire or Imperium for it, but I will on the next turn, so I'm probably going to pick that up. What I think I will do is move my armies into my borders, let them rest for one turn, and then go down to hit Noctus. I'm tempted to actually just go after him now, though. I don't know, I might actually do that. I don't know that I really that desperately need that tiny little extra bit of healing. I think it might not be worth spending the turn on it, but I know I'm going to want that Empire development skill eventually anyway. And then we already know we caught that hero. Okay, so you can just sit in the, well, I would say the prison, but apparently I don't have one, so I guess we just have her in a box somewhere. Primal Mark is being researched. That I don't need to cast yet, but it's upkeep. Well, actually, I guess I could. It's 2 upkeep per unit. I think the only unit it's affecting is probably the. I don't know. The Razorback that can't actually benefit from it, I don't think, because I think it's only a melee attack. Might not be worth casting that until I actually have a unit that can benefit from it. So we'll just let it sit there for now, and we'll eventually get back to it. Remind me if I forget, because I primarily was getting that for the Inquisitors. And that's it. We're going to end the turn and see what Noctis does. Oh, one other thing from Roderick. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on for now. If you go in here, you can turn observe mode on. Normally, I don't really like this, but it could be handy. We're just going to try it for now and let the camera kind of snap to units that are moving around within my field of view. Let's end the turn and see how it goes. That's just going to kind of show me where things are moving. And there's just another army down here, plus more building. Ooh, a lot building up over there. I don't like the look of that. Okay, don't really care what's going on down there. All right, yeah, we'll leave that camera observe mode on for now. That's a good idea, I think. Okay, we know he's got units over here. We don't really know how many, but it's probably a lot. I don't think I can afford to be particularly careful about it, though. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send one scout down ahead of everybody. I wanna see what's down here. Okay, there's his capital that isn't really defended. At least it doesn't look like it. Huh. That seems a little too good to be true. Might be able to see more once Jormag gets down there with improved vision, but let's see. He's got 55 defense on it. Noctis should be coming back, or maybe is back down here somewhere. I'm not really sure. Can we zoom the map out and kind of cheese this a little? You can kind of use the fog of war to sort of see where the cave entrances are and stuff, which I kind of think is a little cheesy. There's a lot of open space down here, though, actually. Some of it's going to be blocked off by rivers and stuff, though, so you may not really be able to send a whole lot at me, but I think I'm going to go for it. I think I'm just going to go all in and try to knock him out now. The last episode was more of a distraction battle. Okay, we're going to send our scout back topside because I'm throwing in an archer for this. Yeah, we're going to... Whoops, I did the wrong unit selected. Hang on. Come on. Enter the cave entrance again. There you go. Okay, send him back. I am going to... We'll send Jormag's crew down next, just to take a look. He's going to have better vision. Okay, so there's Noctis. He's sitting on there with a small army. This could be the death of me. Gosh, this could be the end of the series if this goes south. But if I win this and knock him out of the game, I've got a real chance at winning this one. I think I'm just gonna send it. Like I'm just gonna go for it. I can't quite start the siege on this turn though. So actually, yes I can. I totally can. Because Bram is, oh wait, hang on. No, I don't think I can. And it doesn't do me any good to go back topside either, because that guy isn't going to get any healing out of it. Well, I think what we'll do for now is we'll just move everyone down the cave. I can get everyone set up in a triangle down there, I think. Let me move them off the entrance. We're just gonna go for it. All right. I'm gonna move these guys down next, just in case the archer doesn't have enough movement to move after going down. Oh wait, hang on. Maybe Bram can do this. If I move my armies correctly. Hang on, let me see what happens. Oh, I totally can. Yes, okay, I can start this siege. 3, yeah, I can do this. So the guy who's slowing everybody down, I'll just drop one of them and add, or I'll just add one of these, because these guys can make it all the way there to protect Bram. So what I'll do is I'll just leave one of these other units behind. Maybe the shield guy, I guess. They've got a shield guy already. How about an archer? Yeah, we'll leave the archer behind. And I can move up to like this. Oh, thank goodness Bram's on that wyvern. Okay. Then I can do this. Move these guys here. And then I can go back to the top and take these guys as well as the archer and move them all down. And then I can start the siege one turn earlier. I think that's worth it with those other units kind of on the horizon on the way here. I don't think I want... I might rearrange stacks a little to get a more powerful group to actually sit on the cave entrance. For this particular turn, it doesn't really matter. So, but I think I am going to move Jormag back and camp the cave entrance with Jormag's stack so that it's difficult for anything to get down. And then I can kind of do one-on-one battles in case that big group... Because in the current version of the game, the way cave entrances work... if enemies try to come down through the cave entrance, it's a 1v1 army stack fight. So whoever's defending this other side, I won't get surrounded, I guess is kind of what I'm getting at, as long as I have that guarded. And it works out well because it's within 3 stacks of where Bram is going to be sieging the city. So we're going to go ahead and start this siege. Before I do, actually, I'm going to back out of that. I want to go back topside again. I'm going to, at least for the moment... Oh, wait, I've already started Wizard. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. I was going to try to save myself some gold, but I can't. I was thinking I was on the last turn. I was going to cancel the Wizard Tower and start it on the next turn, but we've already gone to the next turn, so I can't do that. So, yeah, no way to save any more gold. I've got what gold that I have, and I'm going to use some of it on this siege here. So, we're going to start the siege. And let's see what kind of siege projects we can add. Do I want to use the headlong assault cheese here? It feels like cheating. It really does. Let's see. We got to punch through 55 defenses. It's going to take 6 turns. I should be able to pretty easily get that down to 5. If I did... I like breaking battlements, but it depends on the units that he's actually got in there defending, which isn't really much in terms of range. So I don't think breaking battlements is going to help me much here, unless he pulls in reinforcements. Undermining the walls. This is normally one of my favorites, just because it does a little bit more defense breaking. Let's see what... Okay, if I did undermine the walls, that takes it down to a 5-turn siege. If I did headlong assault... that takes it down to a 4-turn siege. If I did the combination of the two... Because one thing you have to remember is if, like, you do this, but then you cancel the siege, even if you use the headlong assault cheese where you use it and then cancel it on the last turn and then restart the siege, you would have to pay for these other things again. So it really only works if you do headlong assault by itself. Now, if I was to do, like, say, headlong assault plus undermining the walls... that takes it still down to 4. And those are the best 2 that I can do. And I think that... I don't think I would save myself any time by doing the headlong assault cheese. Because I would have to... It would take it down to 4 turns. But then I'd have to cancel it on the next turn and then restart the siege, I think. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't tried it before. I'm not going to do that. Although I acknowledge there's a legit strategy there to it, it feels a little too cheesy for me. I think I'm just going to stick with undermining the walls. That takes it down to 3 or to 5, and then I think I can get it down a little further with something else. Breaking the battlements might do it for... let's see if I can do it without breaking the battlements. See if I can... Maybe tower bombardment. That's going to take away all my mana. And I don't know. It would make the difference, but then I wouldn't have any mana for a few turns. Although I'd get it back. Half the defender's tower units are destroyed at the start of combat. I think the towers would be a bigger problem than the archer battlements. And if I do this, I'm going to be spending enough gold that I don't know if I'd be able to build the prison on the next turn. I think I actually still could. I would have barely enough, but I'm not going to be leaving myself with much. I'm going to do the tower bombardment because I don't actually need the mana right now. And it does get it down to... Oh, and I have to consider that when I bring in... I think Jormag might assist with adding siege. I'm going to do the tower bombardment. That takes it down to 4 turns. It'll keep their towers out of it. And I am generating more mana than I am of gold, so I think I would rather spend the mana. Plus, I don't actually need the mana on this turn necessarily. So we're going to narrow that down to 4 turns. I'm going to close that. That's our decision. We've locked it in. And then once I surround everybody else, it might add a little bit to the siege progress, but it's not going to make a huge difference one way or the other. We just got to go for it, I think. That's really all we can do. I'll have these scouts just hang out here for now. One thing I was considering using the scouts for is if armies come at me, I could use the scouts to kind of send them on a wild goose chase, running over mountains or just trying to generally run away and be annoying. And they might actually send some units to chase after the scouts if they see, like, oh, I could, kill that group. I might be able to get this Berserker in on one of those stacks. So I'm going to send him this way and hope that they don't come out of nowhere and snipe him. Spell is ready. Primal Mark. Yeah, see? Total unit upgrade. Nothing benefits from this. Okay, so I don't know why it was telling me it'd be 2 gold per turn upkeep. Maybe it probably just meant that per unit, but I just don't have any units. I could drop a Blizzard on somebody, but since we're not ready to do a fight on this turn, we're going to keep that in our back pocket for now. The Empire Development skill is available. I'm going to grab this now. It doesn't do me any benefit right now, but I don't want to forget to pick it up, and it's one that I get like every single game. It's so good. That extra health regen per turn is incredible. All right, I'm saving my money for the next turn, and my mana, I will have enough to build the prison cells. I just have to wait until the next turn to get it. So we'll hang on to our pennies for now, and save it for when it's actually needed. A free city declared war on me. That's no surprise. Let's end the turn and see what happens. The next few turns should go fairly quickly. Are they going to try to attack me? I think they are. What is he thinking? What are you thinking, dude? You're just feeding me money now. Oh, this guy's a psychopath. All right. Sure. I mean, we can try the auto, but this is, you're not going to break. He's getting desperate. We'll see what the auto says. I might, yeah, we're definitely going to want to retry that one. Holy crap, that is that is a terrible move on his part. Unless he's got a city enchantment, I didn't think to look at that. Maybe he's got some bonus that's helping him out. But I think this is a terrible idea for him. He should have waited until he had backup. All right, well, his loss, my gain. Let's go with it. I do need to try to get the units that are wounded to a healer, so let's send those archers over this way. In fact, it's just the archers and the healer that really need the help, so... I'm going to send Jormag up front and center for now. Bram over here. Just group everybody up in situations like this. I've got the numerical advantage, so having all my units in one place, generally speaking, will probably benefit me. I'm going to get them over here because they could use a little bit of healing. And get this guy kind of next to Jormag. On the next turn, I will just run the archers up next to him. And then he'll heal themselves, he'll heal Jormag. In fact, we'll buddy up as many units around that guy as I can. And just give them all strengthened and various buffs. Yeah, this is an act of desperation on his part for sure. I think he's throwing away his best chance at survival. Don't know why I didn't move that person up, but there we go. Hang on, I moved you, right? Yeah, okay. All right, buddy. Round 3, is it? Send him packing every single time. Okay, so let's not underestimate him. He's still got some dangerous units in here, particularly the Bone Golem. the leader himself, and the Arcane Guards, which have proven extremely difficult to kill because it's a tier 1 unit with freaking 12 defense and resistance. Come on, guys. I'm kind of glad that's being changed. It's insane how tanky they are, but I don't think that's gonna be here to stay. Okay, so I need to, well, unfortunately where I put him is kind of a terrible spot because that rock prevents me from getting an extra unit in for the healing, but we'll just get as many as we can. Give strength into all these guys and some health regen so they can start patching up. And then I need to figure out a good front line defense here. I think for starters, what I want to do, Noctus is kind of in range. The Daylight Spear definitely isn't, or the Arcane Guard definitely is in range. I am going to go ahead and summon my elementals and stuff now. So watch it give me another fire elemental just because. Yep, I called it. Alright, I'm officially saying this is fine. I have no control over which elemental it gives me. It's not my fault. Alright, and we got ourselves some Hunter Spider. Ooh, hang on. We might be able to immobilize that Arcane Guard. That would be nice. I'm going to give that a try. Yeah, he resisted. That's okay. I'm going to just drop an Incinerate in the middle of all these units. Maybe set a few on fire. I set the Arcane Guard on fire. I'll take that. And then I can move the shield guy up. I'm going to put him on defense. I'm also going to, if I can get somebody on this side that can provide some defense or resistance, I'll do that. I don't think that I have anyone on this side like that, though. That's okay. Alright, we'll move the Witches up. We'll move the Zerkers up. And keep the Archers kind of in the flanks here. Oops, I didn't really want to put them there because they're blocking him from getting back out. Just want him to charge this line, but if they come at me quickly, they'll be leaving some of the units in the back behind, like that bone. Well, actually, that bone golem can close the gap here. All right. Well, that shield unit would get hit pretty hard by that. I just kind of don't want the Daylight Spear poking Bram, is what I'm trying to avoid by having this guy sitting here. But I'm kind of wondering whether that's worth it or not. Because that's also going to let the bone golem come running in and do a lot of damage to him. I think I'll leave it for now. Because if the bone golem comes running in like that, it's going to leave itself extremely vulnerable. What I'm going to do is move these guys here for a moment to get that guy right there. He can give a little resistance buff. Nothing else can hit these units, as far as I know. And then I can just stack up all my ranged in the back. She's in a really good spot. I like where that ice witch is at. Okay. And I've got Ice Coffin ready. I'm going to not use it because I've got to remember he's got that Magic Attunement Starblades thing. I think this is a pretty good setup, though. I'm fairly happy with this. He may charge at the free summoned units. Also, Bram has another one. He can summon a spider egg as well. So we're just going to overwhelm them with numbers on this one and try to let the free summons take as much damage as I can. Okay, here comes his buffs. Or actually, what did he do? I think he debuffed somebody. I saw red pop up over here. Okay. That hero's... Oh, they got Ice Breath. Slowed all my units. Froze 2 of them. Okay. Well, I guess that's okay because that hero is going to die pretty easily on the next turn, I think. And he just threw his life away for AoE slow and 1-turn freeze on like 2 units. And we can patch those guys up, so that's all good. I've got my healers in the perfect position to do so. Alright, I think this is fine. I'm gonna be a little careful here. So I'm gonna, first things first, I'm gonna try to freeze that hero, lock them in place. The archers, my archers got frozen, and those warriors got frozen, but the shamans thankfully did not. So we're gonna use Invigorate here. I probably want to try to freeze, you know what, I think I want to freeze the Bone Golem. Do I want to take out the Bone Golem or the hero? Probably the hero, actually. Alright, and what do we got going on this side? Not a lot, except for that dude is absurdly tanky. 14 defense. Good gosh, man. Okay. How much damage is he gonna do to me? Enough. Alright. I'm gonna have to try to freeze him, I think. Use all my freezes on this turn, but if I freeze him, the archers will do more damage to him, and the archers nearby all have a good shot at him. So I'm gonna try to get this freeze off. 66% chance, come on. Yep, alright, cool, I got it. Okay, we can start whittling away at this dude, who is one of their more dangerous units. I think he's a tier 3, if I remember it correctly. Yeah, he's a tier 3. We want to make sure that I freeze both the hero and the Bone Golem if I can manage it. I guess I have 4 White Witches in this battle. Okay, that's pretty good news. Let's get this Berserker up front before I do anything else and forget. Because he's needed at the front lines. And move you here. I can move these guys. Let's see. These guys don't really have a good angle at anything. Maybe from the spot the witches are standing on, though, because I think the witches could move here and still freeze. Yeah, that's a pretty good spot for them, I think, right there. Okay. Alright, now that that's done, let's see what else we can get in terms of freezes. I don't really care about the spears on this turn. I would rather try to get the heroes. I don't have a good chance to freeze the hero, though, so I might not be able to do anything about them anyway. I do have a good chance to freeze that, the Bone Golem, though. I would like to lower that hero's resistance. They've just got too much status resistance. Probably would try to bash them too, but the shield guys are frozen. I'm gonna go ahead and use the AoE heal here. I'm just gonna move a couple units into slightly different positions before I do, like these shield guys. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, how much damage can I do to that hero? Just in total. Not enough. Why is Jormag unable to move? Did Jormag get stunned? Oh, Jormag got frozen. You froze my ice dragon. Freaking rude. Alright. Yeah, this hero's kind of got to go. But I can't kill it right now, so the Bone Golem is going to have to go first. Unfortunately. There's just nothing else I can do about it. Alright, let's move you back, move you back. I'm going to move the Sunderer back here to get further away from the spear that's probably about to stab me. I'm going to try to... No, I can't do that. I'm just going to Sunder Defense on the Bone Golem because I have a higher chance to hit it. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and try to freeze him now. Actually, I should have done the freeze first, I think. Those archers got frozen, so they can't do anything. I don't have a lot of archers in that area to really hit the Bone Golem. I do have a pretty beefy Berserker that can do it, though. I'm just trying to decide on this side whether I want to go all in on killing this dude, or... I think I kind of have to, because he's kind of in the way. I mean, I could send some Berserkers out and around and do a lot of damage to units in the back. That might distract some of the ones on the front line. I could just be super, super aggressive with them. But no, I think I'm going to try to keep it in a line and organized to some extent. So we're just going to keep plinking away at these guys. They are adding stacks of strengthened whenever they hit something, so that's still pretty useful. These guys I can distract with the spiders a little bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because I'm going to have both of these berserkers go after this dude and just dish out as much damage as I can to him. Because he is really, really in the way. Okay, he ought to go down next turn. And we'll use the spiders. I'm going to actually position the spiders here and leave them on defense. They're assisting with forming a line. I don't get a whole lot out of hitting this guy once with them, and they've got first strike, so I'm just going to leave them there for now. Same thing with this elemental. I'm going to leave him right where he's at. Next unit, let's see what we got here. The Razorback, okay. I can shoot the hero, maybe cause bleeding if I get lucky. That would actually be a nice to have some passive damage. Nope, didn't get it. Alright, I want to get these guys somewhere where they can help with protecting vulnerable units. I don't really have a good place for them to go right now. I think I'll send them over on this side, because they have a decent chance to try to poison this guy unless he's resistant to it. He has a blight weakness, but, well, that's damage. Damage is damage. I'll take it. Still just a graze. Okay, White Witch. How many shots do you have, and who may I need to freeze? You know, actually, what I could do is freeze the spear and then attack it with the spider. But I already put the spider in defense, didn't I? Yeah, I can't take him out of defense. That was a mistake. I should have frozen the spear and attacked with the spider. Who else can I freeze? Because I've got more White Witches. I kind of would have liked to have frozen that spear on the side. I think I just gotta maybe go for it and try to freeze the hero. Got it. Alright, cool. I'll take good luck if I can get it. I'm not above that. I think what I'll do is I'll position these guys here in defense. That forces them, that prevents them from going after the Sunderer. It also helps to protect the Berserker, who is now going to take a big swipe out of this thing. Adding more strengthened bonuses. Who is left? This is just a mess of units. It's actually kind of hard to see what's going on in here. Okay, it's that witch. No. I've got this witch. I think actually it's just that witch. Which damage are those guys going to do? I'm wondering if it's worth using her to freeze anything up front, or, you know, I'm going to keep her freeze till the next turn. I don't think it's that important that she uses it right now. I'll move her up here, and she'll be able to assist more on the next turn. Actually, I think I'm going to undo that because I might move Jormag there on the next turn. So I'll move her here into that obscuring terrain. All right. I guess that's it. Now, which White Witch are we looking at? Is it the same one? Oh, yeah. I guess I may as well shoot something with her. Yeah, sure. Just do a tiny little bit of damage to that guy. Oh, he used Marcus Prey on somebody. He likes that spell. Okay. We'll end the turn. I get a lot of healing. Trying to patch up his bone golem. And he's succeeding. I'm glad I kept that freeze around, because I think I'm going to freeze the bone golem again. Ouch. Okay, those guys are doing more damage than I expected. And that shield guy is in trouble. I think he unfroze his golem. And now we've got another hero to deal with down here that's in the middle of everything, causing trouble. Alright, shield guy is in trouble, for sure. Can I get him out of that trouble? Jormag can move now, so that's useful. I could be really aggressive and go for a tail swipe, like right here. That would mess up a lot of their front line, disrupt it, and maybe allow me to punch through. I also need to definitely do something about that hero. Like, freezing them would be pretty good if I could pull it off, but it's only a 48% chance. I don't like those odds. Could cancel retaliation if I do that. I do have Ice Coffin, which just fuels their Star Blades, but it might be a better option than nothing. What are my odds to stun this guy? 99%? I would say that's pretty good. The shield also can stun now too. It's a 90% on the Bone Wyvern. The Bone Golem. The hero's on a Bone Wyvern. This is turning out to be a much more difficult fight than I anticipated. I think it might be better for me to just do damage to those guys. Take away the retaliation attack. I could maybe even get a Primal Strike on them with the Sunderer. This might be a good time to do that. Because that would be a hit in the back. I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to take this side first. See if I can take out these spears. That sunders their defense a bit, which will make follow-up attacks more effective. I can also soften them up with these guys who can't freeze anything this turn anyway. I'll take that. A little bit more, and I think they're out of commission. I want him to kill the Bone Golem. I still want you to try to bleed that hero. Okay, there we go. We got a little bleeding on him. A little damage over time is useful. I don't know what to do with that White Witch. I think I'm going to move these archers up a little bit to give them better odds to hit things, and the same could then be said of the White Witch, I think. So let's do that. I'm going to have the White Witch do this. That should allow these guys to finish them off. Yeah, let's do this. Just get a unit off the field. I need to kill something. There. Now I can start focusing more on that Wyvern, or the bone golem. I keep calling it the Wyvern. The Wyvern's next to it. If I could poison the hero, that would be nice. Fairly low chance of that succeeding, though. I got a feeling Shield Guy here is not going to survive another turn, unless I can really pull off something crazy. But if I can do enough damage to the edges, I think I would be fine with just YOLOing Jormag at them and going across from the other side. The problem is that I need to mitigate damage in this fight because there are other units around. I do have a nearby Berserker that can replace that shield if he gets killed, so I guess that's not the end of the world if he goes out. Let's see, I get 1 freeze, maybe 2 if I use a spell. What are the important targets here? The important non-hero targets, because I can't rely on it for the heroes. I think... Alright, I'm gonna say that this guy could use another freeze, because I kind of want to focus on the hero with my other units, although he is still fairly resistant to it. The only other option is the freezing the bone golem again, and technically I could do both. Let's freeze the bone golem first. I think I definitely want to get rid of him. Okay, so what I need to do is freeze the bone golem if I can't kill it with other means, and it doesn't look like I can. So I probably am going to need to freeze it again. Bram can summon something on this turn. Doesn't have any really good places to summon it, but... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, yeah, we're gonna freeze the bone golem. That's my choice. I can freeze the other guy if I need to, but the bone golem really has to go on this turn. He's doing way too much damage, so... Please work. Alright. Now, with him being frozen, that gives the archers a good target, because they're going to deal bonus damage to frozen and slowed units. Keep adding stacks of strength for them. Who else here can move? Shield guy can move, but I think I'm going to leave him in shield mode. That guy can't do anything but be a wall right now. Yeah, we're going to leave him on defense. I'm going to take another swipe at this thing with the Berserker. I'm still not going to be able to kill it, but this does stop him for another turn, and I think 3 of my witches will have their freezes back on the next turn. I think for the shaman guy, I kind of want to just leave him on defense, because there's a lot of units that he can guard from there. Bram actually can shoot at stuff, which is something I didn't consider. He could also try to seduce something. That actually might be really good if I could get it to work on that guard. Yeah, that's a 60% chance. I feel like I need to take that. The only other option would be for Bram to finish off the bone golem, but I think I'll roll the 60 and try to seduce that pike guy right there. Unless there's anybody else with a higher chance, so I could have gotten the bone golem. But no, I think the pikes are good, because they're in a good spot. Come on. Yeah, alright, that helps a lot. Then I can start stabbing this hero in the back. I'm totally going to do that. Alright, we're just going to start dishing out some damage on this guy. Alright, then you guys can choose whether you want to hit your friend or not. Alright, over here, I still don't know what I'm going to do about this guy. I probably need to cancel his retaliation so I can move units away and do range attacks. I think I might go ahead and cast a spell here. If these guys weren't in the way, I could... Well, that's fine. This does change the dynamic of what I'm considering doing with Jormag. Is that a rock that I can't stand on? Can Jormag go there? Jormag cannot go there. That's too bad. That would have been a nice spot. Jormag might need to go and help out with these guys over here, I think. Because I've gotten enough of their other units locked down that I'm okay with turning my back to these handful, landing a big tail swipe here, and helping with getting rid of this annoying unit right here. Okay, then I can get this spider out of the way. I can get these guys... I can pretty sure I can kill them. If the archers land enough hits, I could get lucky and kill them now. I guess I may as well give it a try. Oh, don't shoot your boss. Ah, dummies. You'll be okay. Ah, dang it, but it wasn't enough to kill. Okay, let's do this. Graze on 70. Okay, you know what? It's fine. I can still finish him. There, get out of here. That thing was annoying. All right, and then I'm going to gang up on this guy. That allows these units to move away a bit. That's why I don't take 50% shots if it can be avoided. And we're just going to start breaking away and hitting him with all the range attacks that I can. He could still do a pretty substantial amount of damage to anyone here, but at least he'd have to take a hit from the Berserker to do it now. Alright, who do I have left? The Fire Elemental. Fire Elemental is not very useful in this situation. But actually from here I could range attack that hero. I think have I used the retaliation? It's not saying I would take a hit, so I'm gonna try it. Yeah, can try to set him on fire. Okay, he resisted, but that's to be expected, I suppose. And I think that's everything. I believe that I am in decent enough shape. It's just a question of whether there's anything I might want to try to freeze with Ice Coffin, but there's not really that I can tell. Then yeah, I'm just not gonna give them more Star Blades right now, and I'll hang on to my mana. Up there goes my elemental. They might all just turn on Jormag here, which is actually okay. Jormag has a lot of health, and I don't see Jormag going down. Now Jormag could be in trouble if I don't help him out by the next turn, but I think he's fine for now. He wants to get at those White Witches. I don't blame him. They're being a nuisance to the enemy. Oh, he's running away. He wants to shoot range attacks. Okay. All right. I think that was not too bad, all things considered. We can finish these guys off. I should be able to finish that hero off on this turn, I think. I have multiple freezes back ready to use again. And also, Jormag's got a Ice Breath that I can use here. That might freeze some stuff. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It could slow or freeze stuff. I didn't mean to do it at that angle, thank you. Well, I guess I froze some stuff, so I guess that's okay. I meant to aim it more upwards, not sideways. Well, at least I didn't freeze any of my important stuff. That hero is very close to being dead. If I could kill the spiders, I could probably kill the hero on this turn. Let's go for a couple flank attacks on this guy. Try to punch through here, because he's going to spawn a skeleton when he's done. And we can, if I move them up... You know, I don't actually need... I don't actually... How can I do this? Okay, these guys are a good choice for this. It's a 70% chance for a one-shot kill. I'm just trying to get the pikes up. There we go. Now the pikes will show up, and I can deal with them. Also, I just got high morale, so that's really, really good. On their first turn, these pikes don't seem to be able to retaliate, so I can take advantage of that. I'm also going to move this witch all the way around, because I think I'm going to go for a freeze on something back here, possibly. 39% chance to freeze the hero. Actually, they don't really have a whole lot else they can freeze. But since this thing can't react, I'm not going to bother trying to freeze it on this turn. I will bother trying to freeze that hero, though. Okay, I removed his burning, but I guess I'm okay with that. I slowed him. Alright, do I have any other white witches? I have one more, and she's the one that's way over there, so she can't help. Crap. This hero is a problem. Alright, just everybody hit this guy. Bram can do a lot here, actually. I think these guys on this side are okay with this thing. I am a little concerned about my shields. I should have used my unit movement a little differently here, because these shields are not in a great spot. They can't get around the rest of my units. I left them in a poor position. Okay, what I'm gonna do is just use these archers to get rid of these pikes and punch through with maybe these guys, and then the berserkers can run through and hit other stuff behind their lines. If I can kill them with anything besides the shields, that would be ideal, because I would prefer the shield to be kept where they're at. I think I'll have Bram summon the other spider, actually, because it's going to summon with movement. It's not a lot, but it's enough to kill this guy. It's more morale, and more importantly, a path through. Now I can go hit some stuff. And I am going to go hit this hero in the back for a crap ton of damage. I might be able to kill it. I'm not 100% sure about that. But from this angle, I can't really get to them. You know, these guys actually, this is fine. They can go around the outside. And I'm going to send them through here. We can end our turn on that obscuring terrain. I can't quite kill it with them. I can use them to get a pretty good shot at the spider, but probably almost anything could kill the spider. So maybe it'd be better to just leave them in defense mode. I'll decide that in a moment. Actually, not really anything can kill the spider, because everyone down here is tied up with this hero. Man, this guy is being a massive nuisance. Okay, we can maybe remove his regeneration. I think I've already canceled his retaliation, so I can move away and continue shooting. He is slowed. Okay, there's a good crit. We'll take that. There you go. 50%. These guys can almost kill him. We'll move up to where they have a better shot. Oh, they can. Is he dead? I think he's dead. Get out of here. Okay. They should be starting to consider their retreat options pretty soon. Okay, this leaves me in a position where I'm pretty sure I can kill that hero on this turn. I just need to kind of get rid of that spider. Actually, I don't care if I take a hit from that spider, because this isn't even my unit. Oh, and the spider didn't do a hit anyway. You got killed by your own buddy. Now they're considering retreat. I'm gonna, let's see, poison this guy. Probably, because who do I have left? That warrior, the guy, the shaman, the ice witch who can freeze stuff. but just not anything that's in her range, so I'm just going to have her shoot at something instead. Yeah. I can't believe I hit that. That was a 10%. I kind of want this Berserker to go after these guys in the back over here. They're doing more damage, and I don't want them shooting at Jormag again, so... Next unit is going to be this warrior, who can go after that spider, unless anybody else can do it. I think it's just the shaman and the warrior now that we're down to. Yeah. I would kind of prefer to go for the poison shot on this guy. And let the warrior deal with the spiders. I also kind of want the warrior to be in defense mode. How much longer does that mind control last? 2 turns? Okay, I got another turn with that. I don't want... You know, I don't think I want to kill the spider on this turn. I think because I don't want their units to retreat yet. I want to kill them, so I'm going to stun the spider to avoid doing any further morale damage to them and see what they do, because they're not going to be able to kill anything here. And on the next turn, I think I can finish everything they have off. Okay, now they're fumbling a little bit. This is really good news. Taking free hits to try to get away from my swarm. Alright, I believe that I can finish them off now. I probably will have Jormag go after the main group. This is more, we're kind of moving into the stage of the battle where it's more about just making sure their units don't get away. I was really hoping he'd land a crit and just kill that guy. Now I gotta finish him off the hard way. Alright. Those guys are fairly tanky in the middle, so we're going to try to whittle them down a bit. We also want to make sure that Noctus gets his just desserts here. Gets killed. But I think I can surround him. Yeah, and these guys I get for one more turn, so I have to remember I'm going to need to kill them when this is all said and done. I'm going to have them go here, and so they're kind of more away from my units because they're not going to have the morale penalty. They'll just be fully on the enemy's side. It's not a huge deal because I can freeze them, but it's just something I need to be aware of. Let's see, can I freeze this guy? That would be ideal if I could. Yep, he's frozen. Yep, and they're routing. Okay. Enemy is fleeing the field. Do you wish the... No, I don't want to do that. I want to finish off as many of their units as I can. That guy is frozen now. That one wants to run. That one's going to try to run. But I can start using the ice witches to lock units in place. Like you, dear sir. You won't be going anywhere. All right. Need to try to chase that one down back there. I'm gonna use you here, probably. Noctus is trying to run. We're going to try to stop him. I think Jormag can do a thing or two about that here. Should be able to land quite a bit. Oh, I got another tail swipe. I think I know exactly where to use that. Right there. Bang. Okay, that felt nice. don't really have good odds to hit most of these other units. I guess I can 65% on this guy. That's not too bad. We just mostly want to keep Noctus from getting away. I want him to show back up in the city in a turn or two completely by himself, because that almost guarantees his loss. I think I can get... Yeah, I could kill him here. I might have to sacrifice these guys, but... Or getting those guys. But I could totally kill Noctus here. Can you guys run around on this side? Yes, you can. Okay. Do this. Yeah, stun this dude, so he can't run. Okay, then that leaves me and the Berserker to go after Noctus here. Okay, so you can go there, and then I can move... Well, I need to move these guys out of the way. Then I can move the Sunderers here. Maybe keeping them a little bit away from those spears, because the spears are going to be a problem. I'm going to have to kill these guys. They're in the way. See, Bram's got a magic attack. We're going to use that on Noctus. Maybe we won't even need to use the Sunderers for what I was thinking. No, we won't. Okay. It's a good view. Jormag's back there. Okay, Noctus is down. All the important people have been destroyed. I'm gonna go ahead and use you to just kill the spider. And the rest of this is just wrap up, because those guys are frozen. It would be nice if I could hit this guy with something before he runs. But I don't have very good odds. 45%'s the best I've got. And I could just as easily hit my own unit. Guess a 25% from here with that guy. But then that could leave him vulnerable. I'm going to use him here on defense for when that spear guy comes back. I'm pretty sure I can finish this guy off with somebody else. I'm just going to poison him. I'm much more likely to hit. Still miss. Okay, Razorback, yeah, you may as well move up. Oh, he's got movement. He can hit this guy. Whoa, a little slowdown there. Okay, Razorback is good. We're going to leave him on defense. Fury, I'm not going to take that shot. We'll leave him on defense. And you can go here. You don't have any penalty to missing. You can't hurt anybody, so just maybe take a lucky shot and see if we land a 5. No? Okay. Well, no harm done. Okay. End turn. He's going to try to run. I think I can catch him. Oh, wait. He's got a lot more movement than I thought. Do I just do it? I think maybe I do. I probably will. Just to keep one more unit off the field. All right. Now at this point, the spear is back and he is ready to fight. But it doesn't matter because he's just going to get frozen now. So who can do that? You can do a freeze. Might want somebody else though. Because I'm going to try to see if she can chase down the other one. Alright, you're stuck now. I can't quite reach the other guy with these. Alright, well, just do this. Okay, now I can just start speeding everything along. Okay, and it's... Okay, there's still the one in the middle of all my units that I need to deal with, which I think I can pretty much all but trap in here. Archers have a terrible chance of hitting him. Why does it just say minus 25% null? I don't know what that means. Oh, that was a nice crit. Okay, and you're dead. I think I will not be able to hit him. Yeah, these guys, I think he's just out of their reach. Yeah, he's just out of their reach for their spell. Okay, we're just gonna ice coffin him to death. Goodbye. Nobody gets away alive. Okay, evenly spread damage all around. Not too bad. We took out Noctus and his remaining defenders, which is the most important thing. And crap, here comes purple right on cue. Well, look who it is. Agatha wants to come help. You receive a message from Empress Agatha the Kind. I can't afford to pay for her. I'm gonna say I can't accommodate your arrival, but will welcome your aid in the future. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I can say right now. She'll just be added to my recruitment pool, but nice to see her joining the party. So yeah, we're in trouble here because purple is now getting aggressive. This is the game. Everything hinges on taking out this city in 3 turns. If I turn back now from this and don't knock Noctus out of the game right now, this game is over. I will get overwhelmed just with sheer force of numbers. So I have to commit to this. No matter what they send at me, this has to work. One thing I can do is as long as I keep an army down here fueling the siege, other armies could go back and heal. Because I don't think he can well, he does have some stuff down here, but I don't think he can reinforce it very easily. I think most of his units are on the surface. So I'm actually okay with leaving Bram's army down here. They're all in decent enough shape, actually. They're pretty good, in pretty good shape. It's these 2 armies that need healing more. So I may be able to send them up and just step them in my territory. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. We'll send, I'm going to send Jormag's group. Well, actually, I'm going to send this group up first just because they're here. Jormag may be able to spot threats that they can't see, but let's try this. Yeah, there's not a lot. Blue's got stuff moving down this direction, but I'm okay with this. This gives me a good amount of healing thanks to the Empire skill I picked up. Bram's army should be okay. It's a little bit of a risk leaving them down there by themselves, but why did that drop to... Oh wait, I did go to the next turn. Okay. Oof. This is getting dicey. Remains of Icon of the Shining have been collected. Okay, I did get a lot of remains. This is really, really good. This helps my economy. A Mystic Mace, a Mystic Shield. That's just 3 more gold per turn. It's really not much, but the 100 gold you get from selling remains is nice. And then how about you? A little bit better. Yeah, there's a tier 3 ring in there. As well as Lightning Bolt. Orb. Yeah, okay. Well, this is just all being added to my gold income, so most definitely fine with that. And let's see here. Who do we want to switch out for a Berserker? Probably the Sunderer that's down there, actually. What I'm going to do with him is just send him down. Because then he can help protect Bram's army if he's needed for some reason. It doesn't really hurt any positioning or anything like that. These armies should fully heal at the start of the next turn, I think. Jormag may take a little extra, but it'll get close enough. Is that outpost going to finish on the next turn? Or are they going to get there before it does? I'm not 100% sure. Purple's timing is not ideal here. Okay, I'm still going to finish those prison cells. I've got a decent amount of money again from selling stuff, so I'm going to actually get back into unit production as quickly as I can. We're going to get an Inquisitor. We're going to get a couple Inquisitors, actually. I just have to hope that purple doesn't hit me with enough units fast enough. If he comes in and messes up some of my outposts, you know, whatever. I don't really care. Because I can always bring my army back up, and I'll be pretty close to this outpost, which is already fortified. So I don't think purple can move fast enough for it to stop me. I think Noctus is the only person that has a chance of stopping me. His friends can't help him yet. Cruel weaponry is done. We got a bunch of research. I can't refresh the tome library, and I don't really want any of this that much. I guess this one's pretty good. Yeah, you know, let's grab it. It's cheap and gets me to the next tome quickly. And we have multiple level ups, actually. I can get another spider hatching bell on Jorm. Oops, no, I want spider leg here. I want the spider hatching bell here. And I did get another ring, but it's identical to this one, so I don't really need it on him. Okay, what do we want next from Jormag? Terrifying Gorging is a lot of fun. I think I might have to pick that up. Yeah, that's way... Actually, that's even better now, considering that how much defense the units have. If I could one-shot, have a 90% base chance to one-shot a tier 3 unit, that's very, very good. Because that's so much extra turns worth of damage that I'm bypassing. I think Terrifying Gorging is a no-brainer. We're going to pick that up. And I think Bram leveled up as well. Oh, he actually didn't, which is surprising. I think he's... I'm good with what he's got. Unless he got a better orb, but I think the satirical orb is better. Okay, yeah. No, we're leaving Bram with his current loadout. And I'm gonna end the turn. We're getting to a point where I have been actually watching the time. But these episodes have all been going a little longer. I think I'm okay with letting this one go a little bit more. Because I'm not anticipating any more big battles. But I want to see kind of what develops on the next turn. We can kind of get a sense of what purple's bringing to... What kind of force purple's bringing to the southeast front line. We really need more units out fast if purple's going to come in. Because I have no way of stopping anything he throws at me right now. We can take a quick look at his units here. Just a couple defenders. He's high culture. No, he's feudal? No, he's feudal. He's feudal. That's just a defender, not a Dawn defender. Okay. I'm fine with feudal, I guess. Noctus moved one unit over there. He's got others scattered around down here. Purple's got more on the way. They're coming. Well, I got the stone walls up, or the wood walls up just in time, but I'm not going to bother with stone walls. He can... Oh, actually, he can't siege that because he doesn't have a hero. So maybe I will bother with stone walls. Is that worth it? Could he just bring in another hero and ruin my plans? I don't know. But these guys are pretty much healed, so I can get them back down. Oh, one of his escaped wild speakers came back. 2 turns left and this city is going down, as is Noctus. I'm going to pull the Sunderer out of Bram's group. She's done a good job, but I want another Berserker in there. The Sunderer is going to go topside and join the Scouts here to start forming a secondary small army. And I want Jormag's group to go back down underground to help push through the final stages of the city siege. Probably positioned here. Yeah, this is fine. As long as I would prefer to stick with where there's roads, if I can. Ah, well, this will be good enough. Alright, back underground. Nothing is going to stop this group now. Noctus, when he respawns, his only option is to run. And he might. That would be the smart thing to do. Which I may want to consider moving Bram in a way that he could chase Noctus when that happens, or if that happens. Like moving him to the other side of the city, so it's surrounded on all sides, but I don't also want to overreach. That's actually kind of tough, because I sort of want Bram on this side, so he can get back to the top and assist with purple. I did not need to move everybody right up next to the city. That was unnecessary. I kind of want Bram on this side so that when the siege is over, he can get back to the top real quick. But if Noctus spawns and runs away, that's going to be an issue. Because then I'm going to have to chase him down, and it's going to make this whole process take much longer. I don't think he'll run, though. I don't see the computers doing that very often in this game. So we're going to kind of go with it and see what happens in the current setup. I should, though, definitely move these armies back and have them closer to the underground passage. I did not need to move them this deep in, because I only need Bram's army to actually do that siege. I believe I can select another tome now. We're finally at the tier 3 tomes, and I know exactly which one I'm getting. We're going Cold of the Tome Dark. We're going to get that Frostling transformation, even though I still haven't managed to get the other race transformation cast due to mana restrictions. But we definitely need this. And if the Frostling transformation comes up, it did. We are going straight to that, no questions asked. Because then I can start, between that and some of the other stuff you get from this tome, I can start casting snow everywhere, and it's going to make it a lot easier to defend my land. Prison cells are done, so I can finally hold a proper farewell send-off for this hero. And then sell her remains. Okay, my Dragon Horde is starting to fill up nicely, thanks to all these heroes that the game is so kindly spawning in for me to destroy. Gold is still an ongoing issue, though, so we're going to try to deal with that by, let's see, I got 1 turn till city population growth. Do I want to go for the Tithe Collector? Or just for the Mint? I think possibly the Mint. That's just a flat 20 gold income. Because the Tithe Collector, I would need to spend some Imperium to get the tile that I want to build it on. I would rather just get the Mint, I think. Also, no, let's stick with the Mint. We're just going to focus on gold, because economy makes the military. Yeah, get another Inquisitor. I probably am going to want more White Witches and others. So we'll add more as we go, just based on what's needed. But I'm pretty sure I want at least 2 Inquisitors. Outpost got the walls up just in time, so I have to decide whether I want to go with stone walls here. I think I do. Yeah. I'll drop the money on that, because we've already got other stuff to build queued up for a little while. Spell's ready to launch. We can close that. Empire development skill is available. This does me no good. That I can't afford, and it doesn't matter. I don't really need any of this other stuff, actually. Yeah, none of this seems particularly important. There may be some stuff in the Shadow Tree I haven't been paying much attention to. This could be useful. Not so much against Noctus, but maybe against the others. I'm hesitant to cast spells against Noctus because of the Star Blades. That just gives me a flat knowledge increase, which is good. That actually could be really good in getting the Frostling transformation faster, but I need the mana to actually cast the Frostling transformation. This one would be nice, but I can't quite get it. It would be really nice to get... Actually, I definitely need that one. That pairs really well with my build, but I'm not going to get it in time. Or maybe I will. 2 turns I could get it. Yeah, actually, I might save up and try to grab that in a couple turns. Because I won't actually complete the conquest of the city for 2 turns, so... Alright, let's end the turn. Again, I'm playing with fire here, because this episode's already going a little long. But I want to see where Noctus spawns and where he goes, so that we can have a discussion in the comments if he does something weird. So let's end the turn here. It might snap me back topside to look at unit movement up there, which is fine. Okay, there comes more stuff from purple. Boy. That's their leader. It looked like they backed some stuff off. Hey, I got a thing. I have 50 gold income from the Dragon Horde. Okay, cool. This was my first single-player Dragon game, so... Played dragons in some multiplayer games, but not in single-player. Well, I can't... Wait. Oh, okay. I thought they were sieging that for a second. With those guys there, they can. But it doesn't matter. Noctus, is he back yet? Nope, he did not come back yet. He will come back on the next turn. And then his choices are to fight or flee. We're going to go one more turn to see what Noctus does. I don't think I'm going to do another battle in this episode, but we're going to go at least one more turn. Frost Citadel can annex another province. No, I want to go topside. There you go. I probably want to grab the tile where I'm considering building the Tithe Collector. There's not really any other tiles that I need that badly. Let's see, I have 3 farms, I have 3 quarries. I only have 1 forester right now. So for the moment, I'll make that another forester. But I am going to replace it. Or maybe I should just build another forester here now. Is there any reason that I would need another forester to boost the granary? Yeah, actually, I'm going to build a forester here. There's enough other buildings I can build besides the Tithe Collector right now. And I know I'm going to want foresters on basically all sides of it, so I'm going to build more of them, actually. Because city growth would be very helpful for me here. And the foresters add a little bit of production for that mint, which I think actually did shave a turn off, if I'm looking at that right. Okay, well, you guys can all hang out here and keep an eye on things. While the army underground continues, we have one more turn, and then we can actually knock a player out of the game. I am going to reposition my armies, putting Jormag's stack. Let's see. Who's the best units I can fit in here? I actually like his army. It's pretty well-rounded. So I'm going to put Jormag's stack on the actual cave underground passage, so they can get up quickly if they need to. These guys go here. Bram is fine where he's at, because they're going to have to turn around as soon as the city is sieged and come running back to go deal with purple. But by that point, I'll at least have one of my enemies out of the game, and then I'll just have a bunch of independent cities to my west that I can go after and raise. And once I raise this, I'm going to also be boosting my economy. So, a lot of good stuff. It's just, this whole game is just skin of my teeth, staying one step ahead of the enemy, it feels like. Blizzard is still primed and ready to cast. We'll leave it there for now. I'm sure I'll get use out of it eventually. Noctis should come back on this turn, so we're going to see what he does. Yes, he did. Okay. If you run, I'm going to be really annoyed. I know how... It's so threatening, I know. Okay, they're sieging the outpost. I Yeah, I don't think the stone walls can continue to build during the ongoing siege. Yeah, it stops it. Okay. We're going to lose that outpost, but we'll get it back later. It's fine. Everything is fine. Noctus didn't run, so he's going to die on the next turn, or on this turn. And then it's redirecting our focus to purple. So I think this is a good stopping point. I'm happy with where this is. Noctis is going to be out of the game. This is about to be a 1 versus 2 with just me versus purple and yellow doesn't seem to be very close. Noctis has cities over there that will be vulnerable. I just have to get the units to spare to go after them, but they will be fairly vulnerable. And then I just have to focus on keeping purple off of me long enough for me to get the Frostling transformation up and lay down some more snow and ice and make life miserable for them while they run into blizzards that harm their units and don't harm me. So we'll see how that all goes. Oh yeah, one more thing. Before I do anything, before I forget, let's jump back in here and get the... where was it? Gain 200 mana and 200 knowledge upon completing conquest of a city. I want that. That is going to give me an extra 200 mana and knowledge just for capturing the city when I'm done with it, on top of all the other benefits that I get from capturing cities. So yeah, we'll get back to this in the next episode, guys, but I think this is a pretty good point to stop at. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the series. I know I am. It's got me at the edge of my seat, honestly. Like, this has been by far the hardest Age of Wonders game I think I've ever played. But it also makes it more rewarding if I can manage to pull this off. But I appreciate all the views, support, feedback, and comments, and advice, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Brayden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Roderick, Sarah Feingold, and Tibby and Army. Thanks so much, everybody.